Deep within each person's mind, there exists a character silently guiding life. This is the archetype that Carl Jung discovered. An archetype is like an invisible script, a role we assume from childhood, nurtured through our environment, culture, family, and seemingly small experiences. Whether we realize it or not, this archetype quietly governs us. It influences daily choices, shapes relationships, drives the goals we pursue, and even infiltrates our secret dreams. Many people spend their entire lives chasing success according to societal standards, a stable career, abundant wealth, status, or fame. Yet when they achieve these, they feel empty, hollow, and confused about why happiness still eludes them. The reason is that they have been traveling on the wrong track, living according to a script built by society, not the one their soul truly desires. Archetypes are the key that helps us see this truth. When we understand our own archetype, we realize that life's purpose is not to force ourselves into a general mold, but to return to the primordial energy already present within. Archetypes are like the essence of the soul. They cannot be completely hidden or changed, only recognized and utilized properly. For instance, someone with the explorer archetype will feel suffocated in a confined office. They need freedom, experience, and exploration. If they try to force themselves into the ruler archetype, seeking order, stability, and control, they will exhaust both mind and body. Jung's insight lies in showing that archetypes are not superstition or astrology, but universal psychological structures present in every culture and human being. Without awareness of archetypes, we easily fall into inner conflict, struggling with ourselves, constantly asking, why do I keep repeating this mistake? Why can't I be happy like others? But upon recognizing our archetype, the veil gradually lifts. We begin to understand that what we once saw as failure is actually a signal, a reminder that we are living off the path meant for us. Understanding archetypes is the first step toward finding true life purpose. It helps us stop chasing the dazzling lights of others and return to listen to the call within. When we live according to our archetype, every decision, relationship, and experience becomes meaningful, because we are living a life that is truly ours, not a copy of someone else's. Many people mistakenly believe that each person has only one main character accompanying them for life. In reality, according to Jung, our life is like a multi-layered play. We have a central role, the core archetype that reflects our deepest nature, motivation, and desires. Alongside it, there are supporting roles which balance or complement the main role. Most importantly, each of us must confront a shadow, hidden aspects we often deny or avoid, yet which strongly influence our actions and decisions. Each archetype has two sides, the light purpose, and the dark, shadow. The light is the beautiful potential, the positive power it brings. For example, the hero inspires others with courage, the caregiver nurtures and heals, the creator transforms visions into reality. The hero may become obsessed with victory and power, the caregiver may turn care into control, and the creator may lose their soul if creation serves only profit. Shows that archetypes are not absolutely good or bad. They are neutral energy, like fire, capable of warming and illuminating, but also capable of destruction if misused. The key is whether we live our archetype unconsciously or consciously. When living unconsciously, archetypes can be manipulated by society, systems, and external powers. An innocent may become a victim of naivety, exploited by empty promises, and every man may follow the crowd blindly, maintaining a flawed status quo out of fear of exclusion. A lover may be used by entertainment or advertising, turning love and connection into consumption. In this state, the archetype is like a puppet, pulled by external forces. In contrast, living consciously turns archetypes into sources of strength to align with our true nature and purpose. Instead of running in darkness, we name, observe, and intentionally express our archetype. The hero becomes a symbol of inspiration and justice. The caregiver empowers others rather than fostering dependence. The explorer embraces freedom to open new doors for humanity. The key lies in awareness. When we can face both the light and dark sides of our archetype, we no longer fear the shadow, nor are dazzled by the light. Instead, we integrate both to grow, walking fully on our own path. This balance allows the archetype to become a guiding compass, transforming life from instinct-driven to purpose-driven. Thus, archetypes are not just abstract psychological concepts. They are mirrors reflecting each person's journey. By understanding and mastering our archetype, we stop being actors swept into a pre-written play and become the true playwright and director of our own life. 12 archetypes according to Carl Jung, the inner map of humanity. Carl Jung, the master of analytical psychology, left humanity an invaluable legacy, the theory of archetypes. He believed that universal patterns exist in the collective unconscious, serving as common scripts for the soul. Wherever we live, whatever culture we belong to, these archetypes are present, deeply influencing thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and even dreams. Jung identified at least 12 core archetypes, each with a power, life purpose, and both light and dark aspects. Recognizing our archetype helps us understand our true nature, harness potential, and face the inner shadow. Innocent light brings purity, trust, joy, and optimism. They see the world through childlike eyes, reminding us of simple beauty. They believe life can be good and people can live in love and truth. Dark, naivety can lead to blindness. Innocence may be deceived by sweet promises, manipulated by media, politics, or opportunists, maintaining illusions and hiding truth. Everyman light embodies connection and equality. They value community, security, and belonging. The friendly neighbor, the caring colleague, the loyal friend. They remind us no one should be left behind. Dark, overly conformist, blindly following the majority, maintaining flawed systems or habits out of fear. They may protect injustice inadvertently. Hero light represents courage, determination, and justice. They inspire others, fight injustice, and embody strength and resilience. Dark can become obsessed with victory and power, turning noble causes into personal ambition, potentially manipulated for war or control. Caregiver light embodies unconditional love and compassion. They care, heal, and sacrifice, providing safety and emotional support. Dark, overly controlling, fostering dependence, maintaining harmful systems under the guise of helping. Explorer light values freedom, adventure, and discovery. They inspire change, breaking old limits and opening new horizons. Dark may avoid responsibility, endlessly seeking novelty, indulging in consumption and escapism. Rebel light brings change, challenges injustice, exposes truth, and breaks old systems for a better future. Dark can become destructive without purpose, manipulated to create false opposition or chaos. Light embodies deep connection, love, bonding, and beauty. They nurture relationships and compassion. Dark can be consumed by desire and superficial charm, exploited by modern culture to commodify love and emotion. Creator light turns vision into reality, artists, inventors, and designers bringing meaning and value. Dark may sell out for profit, making creativity a tool for manipulation or destruction. Jester light brings joy, humor, and lightness. They relieve stress and offer new perspectives, connecting people through playfulness. Dark can trivialize serious matters, turning truth into entertainment and distraction. Sage light seeks truth and knowledge, guiding others with wisdom, critical thinking, and insight. Dark can hoard knowledge unethically, manipulate information, or serve personal or political agendas. Magician light embodies transformation and enlightenment. Healers, scientists, and visionaries connecting the seemingly separate, opening new possibilities. Dark can distort reality, manipulate perception using knowledge or technology for control. Ruler light brings order, stability, and protection. Honest leaders use power to build fair systems for a sustainable society. Dark can become dictatorial, abusing power to maintain control, suppressing freedom. The 12 archetypes are more than psychological patterns. They are an inner map to understand ourselves. Each has light and dark. Unconsciously, the dark can be exploited, turning us into tools for external forces. Consciously, archetypes become guidance to live in alignment with our true nature and purpose. Understanding and mastering archetypes is the art of living fully, not to confine oneself to a label, but to rewrite life's script, embracing both light and shadow. Each person carries multiple archetypes: primary archetype, main role, supporting archetypes, assisting characters, and shadow archetypes, aspects we avoid or deny. These archetypes shift, alternating prominence or hide, depending on life stages, experiences, and conscious growth, making each journey unique, full of potential and challenges. The shadow archetype often exerts the strongest influence, even if we resist facing it. Suppressed or hidden aspects unconsciously guide behavior and decisions. A person may think they choose their career, partner, or lifestyle rationally, but many choices stem from a shadow archetype at play. For example, a caregiver may unconsciously seek relationships where they are needed, even if unhealthy. A hero may enter unnecessary battles to prove self-worth. Recognizing archetypes liberates us from unconscious scripts. Knowing which archetype drives us allows us to pause, observe, and respond consciously. Instead of repeating old patterns, we open opportunities to write a new life script, becoming creators of our journey rather than victims of the unconscious. Understanding archetypes also clarifies real motivations behind decisions. When choosing a job, ask, is this the explorer archetype calling, seeking freedom and discovery, or merely running from responsibility? When dedicating effort to a project, is it the creator archetype manifesting ideas into reality, or the push of profit and fame? This discernment enables timely pauses, balance, and alignment with our true nature. A profound benefit of understanding archetypes is living authentically, becoming the author of one's life. Instead of following societal expectations or others' position, we reconnect with our core archetype, the brightest part within. A lover who values deep connection can build authentic relationships rather than be swept by temptation. A sage pursuing truth will seek ethical knowledge rather than power games. Archetypes are not restrictive frameworks, but guiding maps. Each is a star, pointing out potential, warning of pitfalls. We do not discard archetypes, but learn to recognize, accept, and integrate them. Only by embracing both light and dark do we achieve balance and mature consciousness. By understanding archetypes, we harmonize with our nature and transform shadow into strength. No longer manipulated by systems, power, or society, we consciously choose our path. Archetypes reflect back, asking, which script am I living? Am I truly the author of my life, or merely an actor in someone else's play? Answering honestly begins the journey to true freedom. Each of us carries a dominant archetype, a spiritual blueprint shaping perception, choices, and actions. Recognizing our archetype allows us to know who we are and intentionally rewrite our life script. A practical and powerful way to connect with archetypes is through affirmations, positive statements shaping the subconscious to live authentically. For example, hero. I face challenges with courage, and my strength serves to protect and create. Caregiver. I nurture with love while maintaining healthy boundaries for myself and others to grow. Creator. I turn vision into reality, and my creativity brings value to the world. Each affirmation touches the deep essence of the soul, where the archetype originates. Living in the light of our archetype brings transformation. We are no longer driven by fear, unconscious habits, or imposed scripts. We choose actively, creating a meaningful life. When each individual lives aligned with their light, the resonance contributes to rewriting humanity's story, one no longer driven by control, manipulation, or fear, but by freedom, love, creativity, and truth. The final message: become the author of yourself by listening to your archetype and nurturing it in the light.